Welcome to the channel, everybody, and happy early St. Patrick's Day. Today I'm going to show you how to make an Irish beef pot roast fitting for St. Patrick's Day, so stay tuned. Okay, so you saw what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a beef pot roast. And this is normally what the Irish would have, especially for Sunday dinner, especially on St. Patty's Day. No, St. Patrick's Day, I'm sorry. And no, they wouldn't be having corned beef and cabbage. That's what the American Irish over here and everybody else seems like they would be doing in the rest of the world. Not me. We're going to go with a pot roast, an Irish pot roast. We're going to put some Guinness in it. Yeah. Got some potatoes, some carrots, some celery, some garlic here, some onion. It's going to be good, and it's going to be a great St. Patrick's Day. So let's just get started. I've got a really nice prime cut. Got some really nice marbling in there. Check that out, huh? Beef chuck roast. I'm going to season this up. I'm going to sear it off in my Ninja Foodie slow cooker here. That's actually a souped up slow cooker. I love it. Does all sorts of different things. We're going to sear it off first, then we're going to slow cook. So we're going to season this off, sear it off. We're going to get our juices together, throw our veggies in here, put the cover on it, let it slow cook for about 4 hours at high, then finish it off the last hour at low. So it's going to take about 5 hours to actually cook this pot roast, get nice and tender. So let's get going. Get the sleeves rolled up here. We're going to season this up, sear it off, pepper, salt, a little bit of garlic powder, flip it over, do it all again. Now all those seasonings that kind of sprinkled on the side there, well, that's how I'm going to get my edges. And there we go. Get all the edges seasoned up. Now, wash my hands real quick. We'll get a little olive oil in our pot over here. We'll sear this off. Then we'll continue on. Okay, a little olive oil on the bottom. Gonna help with the searing process here. Alrighty. Now, in we go. So we're going to sear it right here in the pan, both sides, all the edges. Remove it. We'll get our juices in there. And we'll put the beef back in, and then we'll put our veggies around that. Put the top on it. Let it cook. 4 hours on high, last hour on low. It's going to be fall apart tender. All right, now, while that's searing on this one side, I'm going to go ahead and get my juice ready. 1 bottle of Guinness. I have 1 packet of onion soup mix. You know, stuff that you can make onion soup or onion dip with. That's it. And it goes in. Plus, I'm going to put some more onions in because I have a whole onion here that I diced up. That's going to go down as well. Give this a little stir. That's it. Now, while it's still searing over here, let me give it a flip here. Not quite yet. Okay, while that's still browning, I'm going to take 4 whole cloves, and I'm just going to crush them. Take the back of the knife, get the peel off. I'll do that with all 4. And you'll see what I'll do with those. Okay, now I think it's ready for a turn. Oh yeah, some nice browning on this. So that's the browning we're looking for. We get all the sides done like that, we're going to be looking good. Okay, I have taken my roast out and actually put it on a plate because I don't want to lose any of the juices. So anything that kind of seeps out here is going right back. Now I have a little bit of oil left in the bottom of the pan. I'm going to go ahead and take my onions and my garlic, throw it in there, give it a little stir. Alright, so we've sauteed down a little bit. They get just a tiny little bit brown around the edges, just the way I want it. Now I'm going to go in my liquids. Make sure we get everything in there. Go back in with the roast. Smelling so good right now. There we go. Now I'm going to go in and take all my veggies, just kind of sprinkle them around, spread them out. I've got cut up carrots, cut up celery, and I have whole baby potatoes. I'm not cutting them in half, and I think they're going to come out just nicely. Okay, everything is in the pot, and it is looking really, really good in there. So now I need to change the cooker over. I was on sear, now I'm going to go into slow cook. Got it set for high. Just going to put the top on, and we're going to let that go for 4 hours. And set a timer, come back at 4 hours, drop it down to low, finish it off. We'll come back. We're going to have something really special. So stick around, don't go anywhere. Well, I'm back. Cooking time is up. 5 hours total. And before I get into it though, I want to actually make a thickener for my gravy. I'm going to use the juices that were created with the pot roast. So all I'm going to do is I got about half a cup of flour here, and I've got some cold water, and I'm going to make a slurry. So all I'm going to do is add the cold water to the flour, mix this all in, so it's a nice paste. Actually more than a paste, a little bit thinner than a paste, almost like kind of pancake thickness or what have you. So that's it, just mix that together to make our slurry. So I'm going to get everything out of the pot except for the juices. I'm going to go ahead and turn this back on, heat it up, and we'll thicken up our gravy. So that's done. Over the side here, let's take a look in here. Smells really good. Wow, doesn't that look good? Look at all the juices that were created. Okay, so now I'm going to take everything out of the pot, set it to the side. I'm also going to take my little immersion blender here, because I still have some onion in there and some garlic that I want to kind of pulverize. So I'll use this, get my thickener in there, we'll make a nice gravy, and then we'll get to trying some of this. Okay, I have everything out. Got my veggies sitting here, got my nice pot roast over here, and now we just got to thicken the gravy, and we'll pull all this. Now I like to add a little gravy master just for browning. Sometimes I'll use like a strong coffee, like a couple shots of espresso. Trust me, it works. But go in here with about 1 tablespoon. Alrighty. And now I'm going to turn this back on, and I'm going to bring it up to a simmer, and we'll add our thickener, and then we'll really be pulling this all together. Okay, so I got this set to heat up. I am going to go ahead and add a little bit at a time of my thickener. Stirring constantly. And that's all I'm going to use for now. As this heats up, we'll check. If I need to add more, we'll add more. But you don't want to go in too much because you can't take it out. I don't want to add any water to this to dilute any of that good taste. All right, so we'll let this heat up a little bit here, and I'll keep stirring it. We'll get it thickened up, and we'll keep moving on. Okay, so while the gravy is thickening here, I'm going to go ahead and take this pot roast, and I'm going to cut this. Wow. This is so tender. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm going to cut it into, since there's 4 of us, I don't like to slice pot roast. I like to put a piece of pot roast on somebody's plate because it's always super tender as it is. And let them cut it up or shred it up. But oh my gosh, look at this. It's so pliable. Alrighty, so I'm going to put a couple pieces down here. Look at that. Tender, not just falling apart, but I can pull it apart. I guess I should try this, huh? Alright. I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to hold it to the end. Alright. We'll go with 2 more pieces here. Oh my gosh. My gosh, this is like, obviously it's like a Sunday in an Irish home probably. Or it might be, roasted lamb or what have you. But it would be a pot roast. And very much like New England as well. I mean, very similar here. So, alright. A couple pieces of carrot on there. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Our gravy is almost done. We'll come back, we'll pour some gravy over this, we'll give it a taste. And, well, the beer's all gone, and so we won't be drinking a beer. So don't go away. The gravy is coming along nicely, and I don't think I need to add any more thickener to it. It's looking really, really good. I mean, look at that. Look at the brownness. Now, let's go try this gravy before we dump it on here. We might need to add some salt or something. I don't think we will, but let's try it out. First of all, the consistency factor. Remember, whenever we do a gravy, the gravy should stick to the back of the spoon. Look at that. That's what we're looking for. Let's give it a little taste here. Whoa. The Guinness, the juices from the roast, the vegetables, we're looking really good here. It's tasting good. It looks good. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to go ahead and put something in my gravy boat here, and we'll get some over our beef here. We'll give this a try. Oh, we're going to be in, I don't know, where we. So I guess we'll be at the end of the rainbow, right? That little pot of gold. Well, there we go. There's our gold right there. So let me get some. Let me go get my ladle, and we'll get scooping. So there it is. Look at that gravy. Ha 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 ha. Nice, rich, brown, perfect consistency. You saw how easy it was to make everything, as always, right? Let's just give this a little bit of a smother here. Ha 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 ha. Not too much. Gotta try it, right? Okay, so before we try it, let's go ahead and do our episode shout out. This episode is dedicated to all the Irish Americans serving in our armed forces throughout the world, who's doing an outstanding job day in and day out. Thank you for your service, and thank you for everything that you bring, your culture, everything, to America. All right. Do I even need a knife? I don't think so. Let's try. Well, maybe I'll hold it. Oh, my goodness. Would you look at that? Alrighty. Melt in your mouth. It's not all dried out. You know, sometimes you cook a pot roast, it's like sandpaper. Hey, it looks good. Pulls apart nicely. Put in your mouth, forget it. Not like that at all. Banging right here. Try one of those carrots. little gravy. You can't go wrong. Really. Get away from that corned beef and cabbage tomorrow. Try one of these if it's not too late, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So hey, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, most importantly share. Until next time, thanks, and we'll see you.